In Affinity Photo, you can link shape layers. The key panels for this, links as well as the layers. And you can find them via the View menu and Studio. So let's just go back to one layer. Donut shape, and it's actually created from a circle. And what you can do, you've got here links, you've got blending modes, opacity, layer effects, vector shapes, parameters, vector fill, and vector line style. So I'm just going to duplicate this time, but you need to duplicate it in a particular way. What you need to do, go to a layer and duplicate linked. So I'm just going to create a few copies of this. Now, if you select one layer, you can see if you resize it, unfortunately, that is not part of the link feature. And also that's just before I go any further, you can actually see it's linked here. Just got a little link. Now, it doesn't show you any particular shape that's the main shape. They're all linked, so you can change them anywhere. So you can select another one and then change that. But I'm just going to go with this one. But you can see if you rotate it, that doesn't change either, which is a pity. In many ways, it would be really nice if you could set up that sort of transformation as well. But what you can do, blending mode and ranges. So if you go over here to layers, you just go to there and you can go through and you can see as you change those, difference. So you can run through and you can see they all change as that one changes. Also opacity, you can see you can fade it away. They all fade away. Also you've got opacity and visibility. So if I go over here and I just say, don't make them, they all go disappear at the same time. Also layer effects. So let's just go here to layer effects. You've got FX down the bottom and you can click there and you can go for outer shadow. You can quickly add a shadow and they will all get a shadow. You can also change the angle as well. There's also vector shape parameters. Well, that's this one, which is all these ones along here. So you can change those and they will all change together. Now, unfortunately, I say you can't change the angle. That doesn't change. So you've got here total angle, you can change that as well, and anything like that, any sort of vector property for the shape. Now vector fill as well. So you got up here, you got fill and stroke. So I'm just going to go over here to the gradient tool, and I'm going to change the gradient. So you can see as I change that, you can see that moves around. You can also modify it. You can also turn around and say linear instead. So you can do a whole range of different designs there. Maybe change them all to orange or blue and they will all change accordingly. Also what you got is vector line style as well. So vector line style, simply go over here to the, again, let's go to the one of the shapes there, and you can see the stroke up here. So you can go, maybe change the color. Let's just go and bring that up and just say, make it all blue or all white, and they will all change accordingly. Also, you can change this as well. Press width, so you can just change the width and they will all change as well. Also, you can change some of these, obviously, other settings here as well. You've got dash, you can change that if you want. But also you've got here pressure as well, so you can change that and you modify that and they will all change. And that's the link. Now, to actually unlink them, there is an option here. You can go here, unlink blending mode. So if you don't want them to be changed, so if I just go over here, blending mode and range, let's just change, click there. So it's deselected. So deselected. So if I go over here now and change the blending modes, it will only change for that item. Now, if I go to another item there, say that one, you'll see that's come back. It's only unlinked this one. Doesn't unlink them all. So that's one thing to note. And also you can run through, so you can just go through here and you can go select next. And you can select, go through, which is quite a nice way of selecting all of the layers very quickly. Just run through them and say, you know what, I don't want that one also to be, so I can deselect that one as well. And you can do the same, obviously, with the others as well. So if you decide, you know what, I don't want to just link the vector fill. So if I change the vector fill now, let's go to the gradient, you can see if I change that, it doesn't change the others. They're not linked anymore. So that's it. Duplicate linked. Super useful feature of Affinity Photo, which you can, of course, use in other things as well. And I'm going to do videos for those as well. But this is just for shapes, that you can actually change shapes and modify a number of settings. But it's only these things in the linked. Well, hope you found this tutorial of interest. What other things would you like to see in this linked? I mean, I would love to see a few more things like the rotation as well as scale. That really should be in there as well. Please put in the comments what your opinions about this linked feature. Do you find it useful? Do you think it's a great thing that Affinity have added? Also, a like or dislike, always appreciated either way. Thank you much.